Shalom, family. Thanks for tuning in. I need a huge favor from you. All I ask that you like the video, you share this with someone you love and you appreciate, and you leave a hallelujah in the comment section to let me know that you are enjoying this Proverbs series, because we're almost to the end. Welcome back to this powerful journey through the book of Proverbs. If you have been with us through chapter 16 to 20, you've already gained deep insight into purpose, self-discipline, and the fruit of godly character. Now, in Proverbs chapter 21, the focus shifts to the sovereignty of Yahuwah, the danger of pride, the power of justice, and how righteousness pleases him more than religious acts. This chapter reminds us it's not just about what we do, but why and how we do it. Let's break it down verse by verse and apply this wisdom in real life. Proverbs 21 verse 1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the river of water, he turns it whatsoever he will. No matter how powerful someone seems, Yahuwah controls their direction. Trust in his sovereignty, not man's authority. Leaders may rule, but Yahuwah overrules. Proverbs 21 verse 2. Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord ponders the heart. We often justify our action, but Yah sees the motives. He judges by the heart, not appearances. Man looks at results. Yahuwah inspects the roots. Proverbs 21 verse 3. To do justice and judgment is more acceptable to the Lord than sacrifice. Religious rituals means nothing without righteous living. Justice pleases Yah more than offerings. Obedience is greater than performance. Proverbs 21 verse 4. A high look and a proud heart and the plowing of wicked is sin. Pride poisons everything, even hard work. Without humility, even good deeds are tainted. Pride turns blessings into burdens. Proverbs 21 verse 5. The thoughts of the diligent tend only to plenty, but of every one that is hasty, only to want. Diligence leads to abundance. Rushing brings lack. Plan, prepare, and preserve. Slow progression is still progress. Rushed gains fades fast. Proverbs chapter 21 verse 6. The getting of treasures by a lying tongue is a vanity tossed to and fro of them that seek death. Gains from lies don't last. They're like chasing smoke and leads to destruction. If your success is built on lies, it's already collapsing. Proverbs 21 verse 7. The robber of the wicked shall destroy them, but they refuse to do judgment. What the wicked steals will end up destroying them. Evil always turns inward. What you take unrighteously will take you down eventually. Proverbs 21 verse 8. The way of a man is forward and strange, but as for the pure, his work is right. Man's ways are twisted without Yah, but the pure follow the path of righteousness. Purity leads to clarity. Proverbs 21 verse 9. It is better to dwell in a corner of the housetop than with a brawling woman in a wide house. Peace is more precious than comfort. A quiet space is better than a toxic relationship. Peace is wealth money cannot buy. Proverbs 21 verse 10. The soul of the wicked desire evil. His neighbor finds no favor in his eyes. Wicked people crave what's wrong. They cannot even show kindness to those around them. Evil intentions makes compassion impossible. Proverbs 21 verse 11. When the scorner is punished, the simple is made wise. And when the wise is instructed, he receiveth knowledge. Fools learn through pain. The wise learn through correction. Correction grows the humble, but crushes the proud. Proverbs 21 verse 12. The righteous man wisely considers the house of the wicked, but God overthroweth the wicked for their wickedness. The righteous observes and learn, but Yah is the one who ultimately brings justice. Discern evil, but let Yah handle it. Proverbs 21 verse 13. Whoso stoppeth his ears at the cry of the poor, he also shall cry himself, but shall not be heard. If you ignore those in need, don't expect help when you're in need. Mercy multiplies, but a path isolates. Proverbs 21 verse 14. A gift in secret pacifieth anger, and a reward in the bosom strong wrath. Generosity, when done right, diffuses conflict. Humility softens hearts. Quiet kindness can calm raging storms. Proverbs Chapter 21 verse 15. It is joy to do judgment, but destruction shall be to the workers of iniquity. The righteous love doing what's right, but for the wicked, justice brings their downfall. The just rejoice in truth. The wicked fear its light. Proverbs 21 verse 16. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. When you leave wisdom behind, you walk into spiritual death. Stay on the path. The path of wisdom leads to life. Wandering from it leads to destruction. Proverbs 21, verse 17. He that loves pleasure shall be a poor man. He that loveth wine and oil shall not be rich. If your life is driven by pleasure, you will miss purpose. Discipline leads to abundance. Pleasure seekers become purpose wasters. Proverbs 21, verse 18. The wicked shall be a ransom for the righteous, and the transgressor for the upright. Yahuwah will reverse injustice. The wicked will be removed to protect the righteous. When Yah fights for you, your enemy becomes stepping stones. Proverbs 21, verse 19. It is better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and angry woman. Peace of mind is more valuable than proximity. Sometimes distance is deliverance. Where there is no peace, there is no purpose. Proverbs 21, verse 20. There is treasure to be desired and oil in the dwelling of the wise, but a foolish man spendeth it up. The wise store and manage well. Fools waste whatever they are given. Wisdom multiplies. Foolishness devours. Proverbs 21, verse 21. He that follows after righteousness and mercy findeth life, righteousness and honor. Pursue righteousness and mercy, and Yah will bless you with life, respect, and favor. Chase what's right, and blessings will come chase you. Proverbs 21, verse 22. A wise man scales the city of the mighty and casts down the strength of the confident thereof. Wisdom can defeat brute strength. Strategy overcomes what size cannot. Brains over bronze, always. Proverbs 21, verse 23. Whosoever keepeth his mouth and his tongue keepeth his soul from trouble. Your words can save or destroy you. Guard your mouth like your life depends on it, because it does. If you master your tongue, you protect your destiny. Proverbs 21, verse 24. Proud and haughty scorners is his name, who dealeth in proud wrath. Pride and mockery go hand in hand. The arrogant stores up strife and attracts destruction. Pride poisons peace. Proverbs 21, verse 25. The desire of the slothful killeth him, for his hand refuses to labor. Desire without effort is deadly. Dreams require discipline to survive. A dream without action is a slow death. Proverbs 21, verse 26. He covereth greedily all the day long, but the righteous giveth and spareth not. The greedy always want more. The righteous gives generously and never lacks. Giving proves your trust in Yah's provision. Proverbs 21, verse 27. The sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination. How much more when he bringeth it with a wicked mind? Yahuwah rejects sacrifices offered with wicked hearts. You can't fake holiness. Worship without obedience is just noise. Proverbs 21, verse 28. A false witness shall perish, but the man that heareth speaketh consistently. Lies don't last, but truth is eternal. Listen first, speak carefully. Truth survives, lies self-destructs. Proverbs 21, verse 29. A wicked man hardened his face, but as for the upright, he directed his ways. The wicked are stubborn, but the upright are intentional and guarded. Stubbornness is not strength, it's blindness. Proverbs 21, verse 30. There is no wisdom or understanding nor counsel against the Lord. No plan can stop Yahuwah. His will is unstoppable. Trust his sovereignty. When Yahuwah speaks, every other voice must bow. Proverbs 21, verse 31. The horse is prepared against the day of battle, but safety is of the Lord. Prepare wisely, but don't trust in preparation alone. Victory belongs to Yahuwah. Do your part, but never forget who secures the outcome. All right, family, that's Proverbs 21, a deep dive into the heart of true righteousness, divine sovereignty, and what it means to live wisely in a world that's lost its ways. This chapter reminds us plan, power, and performance means nothing without Yahuwah. So walk humbly, live justly, and always seek his will above your own. Stay with us because Proverbs 22 will teach you how to raise up the next generation in wisdom. build wealth with purpose, and walk with honor. Shalom, family. We've just walked through the fire of Proverbs chapter 21, learning that real power belongs to Yah, not man, and that true justice is rooted in righteousness, not religion. Now in Proverbs chapter 22, we're shifting into building mode. How to build a legacy, train up a generation, handle finances with wisdom, and walk in humility. This isn't just about surviving in the last days. It's about thriving with purpose, obedience, and clarity. Let's break it down, verse by verse, and apply it to every corner of our lives. Verse 1. A good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and loving favor rather than silver and gold. Your reputation is worth more than your bank account. People may forget your success, but they won't forget your character. Legacy is what they say when you're gone. Guard it well. Verse 2. The rich and poor meet together. The Lord is the maker of them all. Yah doesn't see status, He sees the soul. Rich or poor, we all stand equal before Him. He who made kings and servants knows no favorites. Verse 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. Wisdom sees danger and avoids it. Fools see the same thing and walk right into destruction. Discernment today prevents disaster tomorrow. Verse 4. By humility and the fear of the Lord are riches and honor and life. True prosperity flows from humility and reverence for Yah, not hustle or hype. You don't chase blessings when you walk humbly. They chase you. Verse 5. Thorns and snares are in the way of the froward. He that doth keep his soul shall be far from them. The rebellious walk through life bleeding, but those who guard their soul avoid the traps. Obedience clears the path. Rebellion makes it dangerous. Verse 6. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. Plant the seed of truth early, and it will bear fruit later. Raising children in wisdom is raising future warriors. What you sow in your child's spirit today shapes their legacy tomorrow. Verse 7. The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. Debt is slavery. Financial freedom begins with discipline. Own your money, or it will own you. Verse 8. He that soweth iniquity shall reap vanity, and the rod of his anger shall fail. You reap what you sow, and anger, no matter how powerful, eventually breaks down. Corruption can't hold a harvest. Verse 9. He that hath a bountiful eye shall be blessed, for he giveth of his bread to the poor. Generosity brings favor. When you bless others, Yahweh multiplies your supply. You'll never run dry when you're a vessel of blessing. Verse 10. Cast out the scorner, and contention shall go out. Yea, strife and reproach shall cease. Sometimes peace comes through subtraction. Remove the source of drama and watch peace return. Peace has a price, and it's usually someone's ego. Verse 11. He that loveth pureness of heart, for the grace of his lips, the king shall be his friend. Purity and grace attract favor, even from people in power. Purity gives you access no resume can. Verse 12. The eyes of the Lord preserve knowledge, and he overthroweth the words of the transgressor. Yahweh protects wisdom and exposes deception. The truth will always outlive the lie. What is hidden by man will be handled by Yah. Verse 13. The slothful man saith, there is a lion without, I shall be slain in the streets. Excuses are a coward's comfort. Fear will always find a reason not to act. Faith moves. Fear makes excuses. Verse 14. The mouth of strange women is a deep pit. He that is abhorred of the Lord shall fall therein. Immorality is a trap. Those without spiritual discipline fall in and can't climb out. Lust is a pit. Don't play near the edge. Verse 15. Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction shall drive it far from him. Correction isn't cruelty, it's love. Discipline today saves from destruction tomorrow. Correction is the key that unlocks wisdom. Verse 16. He that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches, and he that giveth to the rich shall surely come to want. When you build wealth by stepping on others, it won't last. Yah doesn't bless manipulation. If your gain hurts others, you've already lost. Verse 17. Bow down thine ear and hear the words of the wise, and apply thine heart unto my knowledge. Wisdom requires submission. You can't receive what you won't lean into. Humility unlocks the door to understanding. Verse 18. For it is a pleasant thing if thou keep them within thee. They shall withal be fitted in thy lips. When wisdom lives in your heart, it flows from your lips. What you store inside, you'll speak outside. Store wisdom privately so you can speak powerfully. Verse 19. That thy trust may be in the Lord, I have made known to thee this day, even to thee. All wisdom leads back to one place, trusting in Yahweh. That's the goal of every lesson. Wisdom isn't just for knowing, it's for trusting Yah deeper. Verse 20. Have not I written to thee excellent things in counsels and knowledge? These aren't just old sayings, they're treasures, written to preserve your life and elevate your walk. The word is not just advice, it's divine instruction. Verse 21. That I might make thee know the certainty of the words are true, that thou mightest answer the words are true to them that sent unto thee. You don't just learn for yourself, you're called to speak truth to others. Be a light in dark conversations. Let your understanding become someone else's deliverance. Verse 22, rob not the poor because he is poor, neither oppress the afflicted in the gate. Yahuwah defends the defenseless. Don't take advantage of the vulnerable. He's watching. Justice delayed by man is delivered by Yah. Verse 23, for the Lord will plead their cause and spoil the soul of those that spoiled them. Yahuwah takes it personally when the poor are mistreated. He will repay. When you oppress the poor, you pick a fight with Yahuwah. Verse 24, make no friendship with an angry man, and with a furious man thou shalt not go. Anger is contagious. Who you walk with determines what walks into your life. Wrong company corrupts right direction. Verse 25, lest thou learn his ways and get a snare to thy soul. What you tolerate, you imitate. Stay far from emotional traps. You can't heal in environments that infect you. Verse 26, be not thou one of them that strike hands, or of them that are sureties for debts. Don't co-sign someone else's irresponsibility. Wisdom avoids unnecessary risk. If they can't stand alone, don't be their crutch. Verse 27, if thou hast nothing to pay, why should he take away thy bed from under thee? Debt can cost you everything, including your peace. Be cautious before committing. Don't gamble with your future to save someone else's present. Verse 28, remove not the ancient landmark which thy fathers have set. Respect the boundaries of righteousness. The old paths are still the best ones. Don't modernize what Yah has already perfected. Verse 29, seest thou a man diligent in his business? He shall stand before kings. He shall not stand before mean men. Excellence attracts elevation. If you're faithful in your work, Yah will open great doors. Diligence is the pathway to divine promotion. That's the full breakdown of Proverbs Chapter 22, a chapter filled with generational wisdom, warnings against debt and deception, and a call to train, give, serve, and build with purpose. If you apply even one of these verses, your life will change. But if you apply them all, your legacy will never be forgotten. Stick with us for Proverbs chapter 23, where we'll uncover more wisdom for mastering desires, protecting our heart, and walking in truth in a world of illusion. Shalom, family. We just completed Proverbs chapter 22, a chapter that taught us how to build our legacy with discipline, diligence, and godly integrity. Now, in Proverbs chapter 23, we get a sober warning. Don't let this world distract you. There are traps everywhere at the table of rulers, in the pursuit of riches, in seductive voices, and in substances that steal your mind. This is Yahuwah's reminder to stay focused. Guard your heart and walk in truth, because the enemy is subtle, but wisdom is stronger. Let's break it down verse by verse. Verse 1. When thou sittest to eat with the ruler, consider diligently what is before thee. Be aware of who's feeding you. Not every invitation is pure. Power often comes with hidden agendas. If you don't discern the table, you'll digest the trap. Verse 2. And put a knife to thy throat, if thou be a man given to appetite. Control your appetite. Don't let desire control your destiny. What you don't master will eventually master you. Verse 3. Be not desirous of his dainties, for they are deceitful meat. The riches of the wicked may look sweet, but they're poison to your spirit. Not everything that looks like favor is from Yah. Verse 4. Labor not to be rich. Cease from thine own wisdom. Don't chase wealth, chase wisdom. Wealth follows purpose, not panic. Purpose brings prosperity, but panic chases vanity. Verse 5. Wilt thou set thine eyes upon that which is not? For riches certainly make themselves wings. They fly away as an eagle toward heaven. Money is temporary. Don't build your foundation on something that can disappear. If your hope is in riches, you'll always live in fear. Verse 6. Eat thou not the bread of him that hath an evil eye, neither desire thou his dainty meats. If someone has wicked motives, don't accept what they offer. Their generosity is a setup. Every bite has a price when the hand feeding you is unclean. Verse 7. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Eat and drink, saith he to thee, but his heart is not with thee. Don't just listen to words, discern the heart behind them. People can speak one thing, but live another. Verse 8. The morsel which thou hast eaten shalt thou vomit up, and lose thy sweet words. What looks good now can make you sick later. Not every opportunity is worth taking. Temporary pleasure leads to long-term regret. Verse 9. Speak not in the ears of a fool, for he will despise the wisdom of thy words. Stop wasting wisdom on people who don't want it. Discern your audience. Wise words are wasted on deaf hearts. Verse 10. Remove not the old landmark, and enter not into the fields of the fatherless. Respect boundaries, especially those set to protect the vulnerable. Honor what Yah established before you ever arrived. Verse 11. For their Redeemer is mighty. He shall plead their cause with thee. Yahuwah defends the oppressed. Mess with them and you answer to him. When you touch the weak, you touch Yahuwah's justice. Verse 12. Apply thine heart unto instruction, and thine ears to the words of knowledge. Wisdom isn't automatic.
You have to pursue it, receive it, and apply it. A teachable spirit attracts divine instruction. Verse 13, withhold not correction from the child, for if thou beatest him with the rod, he shall not die. Discipline done in love saves lives. Don't be afraid to correct. Discipline today prevents destruction tomorrow. Verse 14, thou shalt beat him with the rod, and shalt deliver his soul from hell. Correction can feel harsh, but it leads to life. Train your children in truth, not comfort. Comfort leads to compromise. Correction leads to character. Verse 15, my son, if thine heart be wise, my heart shall rejoice, even mine. A wise child brings joy to the one who raised them. Be the kind of fruit your parents can be proud of. Wisdom isn't just a blessing, it's an inheritance. Verse 16, yea, my reign shall rejoice when thy lips speak right things. Speaking truth brings joy to those who invested in you. Let your words reflect your roots. Your voice reveals your values. Verse 17, let not thine heart envy sinners, but be thou in the fear of the Lord all the day long. Don't get jealous of the wicked. Stay locked in with Yah. His reward is greater. Temporary gain is nothing next to eternal favor. Verse 18, for surely there is an end, and thine expectation shall not be cut off. If you stay faithful, your hope will not fail. There's a finish line and a reward. Hold the line, your harvest is on the way. Verse 19, hear thou my son, and be wise, and guide thine heart in the way. Wisdom isn't just about knowing, it's about directing your heart daily. Don't drift, steer. Wisdom keeps you from wandering. Guide your heart before it guides you. Verse 20, be not among winebibbers, among riotous eaters of flesh. Stay away from the culture of excess. Gluttony and addiction are traps of the undisciplined. If the crowd is reckless, the wise step back. Verse 21, for the drunkard and the glutton shall come to poverty, and drowsiness shall clothe a man with rags. Lack of discipline will cost you everything.
Bad habits have a bill, and it always comes due. You can't feast on foolishness and expect a fruitful future. Verse 22, hearken unto thy father that begat thee, and despise not thy mother when she is old. Honor those who raised you. Wisdom begins with humility and respect for those before you. Honor opens doors that pride will never reach. Verse 23, buy the truth and sell it not. Also wisdom and instruction and understanding. Truth is priceless. Don't compromise it for anything. Once you find it, never let it go. Hold on to truth like your life depends on it, because it does. Verse 24, the father of the righteous shall greatly rejoice, and he that begetteth a wise child shall have joy of him. Live in a way that brings joy to your parents and honor to your name. Your wisdom is a gift back to those who poured into you. Verse 25, thy father and thy mother shall be glad, and she that bare thee shall rejoice. Let your life be a reason for your parents to praise Yah. Be the fruit they prayed for. Your legacy begins with your obedience. Verse 26, my son, give me thine heart, and let thine eyes observe my ways. Yahuwah is calling us to relationship, heart first. Watch his ways and follow him fully. You can't follow Yah with half a heart. Verse 27, for a whore is a deep ditch, and a strange woman is a narrow pit. Sexual sin is a trap with no easy escape. Don't play around with what can pull you under. What looks like pleasure often
ends in pain. Verse 28. She also lieth in wait as for a prey, and increaseth the transgressors among men. This is more than temptation. It's a setup from the enemy to multiply sin and destroy man. What flatters your flesh can fracture your soul. Verse 29. Who hath woe? Who hath sorrow? Who hath contentions? Who hath babbling? Who hath wounds without cause? Who hath redness of eyes? This is the reality of drunkenness and addiction. It steals peace, brings pain, and leaves scars. The bottle promises escape, but it delivers chains. Verse 30. They that tarry long at the wine, they that go to seek mixed wine. Addiction is not about a drink, it's about dependency. Be free, stay alert, and don't chase what numbs. Numbing pain only delays healing. It doesn't fix the wound. Verse 31. Look not thou upon the wine when it is red,
when it giveth his color in the cup, when it moveth itself aright. Don't even entertain it. If you know it leads to destruction, don't flirt with it. What you focus on eventually pulls you in. Verse 32. At the last it biteth like a serpent, and stingeth like an adder. Sin always has a sting. The pleasure fades, but the poison remains. Every temporary high has a permanent consequence. Verse 33. Thine eyes shall behold strange women, and thine heart shall utter perverse things. When you're intoxicated, your guard is down. What you allow in alters what comes out. Guard your intake because it fuels your output. Verse 34. Yea, thou shalt be as he that lieth down in the midst of the sea, or as he that lieth upon the top of a mast. You lose control. Like a drunk man in a storm, you can't even find balance. Addiction doesn't just blind you, it rocks your entire world. Verse 35. They have stricken me, shalt thou say, and I was not sick. They have beaten me, and I felt it not. When shall I awake? I will seek it yet again. The cycle of addiction is deception. Even after damage, the flesh craves more. If you don't break the cycle will break you. That was Proverbs Chapter 23. Raw, real, and convicting. This chapter exposes the traps of greed, lust, and addiction, while calling us back to wisdom, discipline, and truth. Let it be a mirror, not just a message. Let it push you into prayer and away from poison. Stay tuned for Proverbs Chapter 24, where we'll continue learning how to build wisely, walk righteously, and finish strong in the days ahead. We just came out of Proverbs chapter 23, where we were warned about the dangers of lust, drunkenness, and chasing riches. It was a sobering word, and it called us to rise above the traps of the world. Now, in Proverbs chapter 24, we're stepping into strategy. This is for those who are building something, a vision, a family, a business, a legacy. And this wisdom will show us how to build it with strength, righteousness, and discernment. Let's get into the word, verse by verse. Verse 1. Be not thou envious against evil men, neither desire to be with them. Don't envy the wicked. They may look like they're winning, but the end of their road is destruction. Don't desire the temporary shine of a dark path. Verse 2. For their heart studieth destruction, and their lips talk of mischief. Their words may sound clever, but their motives are toxic. Stay clear. A sharp tongue hides a sick heart. Verse 3. Through wisdom is an house builded, and by understanding it is established. Wisdom builds, understanding stabilizes. Don't just start,
build it strong. Don't just build big, build wise. Verse 4, and by knowledge shall the chambers be filled with all precious and pleasant riches. A wise house is not just strong, it's full of value. Knowledge multiplies wealth and peace. Wealth without wisdom is empty, but wisdom fills every room. Verse 5, a wise man is strong, yea, a man of knowledge increaseth strength. True strength isn't in muscle, it's in the mind. Grow your wisdom, grow your power. Mental strength outlasts physical might. Verse 6, for by wise counsel thou shalt make thy war, and in multitude of counselors there is safety. Don't go to battle without strategy. Surround yourself with truth-filled voices. A lone warrior loses. Wisdom wins with a team. Verse 7, wisdom is too high for a fool. He openeth not his mouth in the gate. Fools are locked out of true influence. Wisdom takes humility to access. You can't reach high wisdom with a low mindset. Verse 8, he that deviseth to do evil shall be called a mischievous person. Your intentions name you. Are you building or breaking? Your plans reveal your identity. Verse 9, the thought of foolishness is sin, and the scorner is an abomination to men. Even your thoughts matter. Sin starts in the mind. Guard it. The battle is in your thoughts. Win it early. Verse 10, if thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small. Adversity reveals real strength. Don't quit, grow. Pressure reveals what peace tried to hide. Verse 11, if thou forbear to deliver them that are drawn unto death, and those that are ready to be slain, speak up. Don't stay silent when lives are on the line. Silence in the face of injustice is agreement with it. Verse 12, if thou sayest, behold, we knew it not, doth not he that pondereth the heart consider it? You can't lie to Yah. He sees the heart. Don't ignore those in need. Yah weighs what man overlooks. Verse 13, my son, eat thou honey, because it is good, and the honeycomb, which is sweet to thy taste. Wisdom is sweet like honey, nourishing and delightful to the soul. Don't crave what's fake. Feed on wisdom. Verse 14, so shall the knowledge of wisdom be unto thy soul. When thou hast found it, then there shall be a reward, and thy expectation shall not be cut off. Wisdom pays off. Expectation in Yah is never wasted. What you build with wisdom, Yah will bless with favor. Verse 15, lay not wait, O wicked man, against the dwelling of the righteous. Spoil not his resting place. The wicked plot, but the righteous are protected. Yah defends his people. Don't fear the ambush. The angels already saw it. Verse 16, for a just man falleth 7 times, and riseth up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief. Fall, get up, again and again. That's what makes you righteous. Falling isn't failure. Staying down is. Verse 17, rejoice not when thine enemy falleth, and let not thine heart be glad when he stumbleth. Don't celebrate revenge. Let Yah deal with your enemies. Grace over gloating. Let Yah be the judge. Verse 18, lest the Lord see it, and it displease him, and he turn away his wrath from him. Even your attitude matters. Don't lose Yah's favor by being prideful. Don't lose your covering trying to be right. Verse 19, fret not thyself because of evil men, neither be thou envious at the wicked. Don't be shaken by the wicked winning. Their season is short. Wicked success has an expiration date. Verse 20, for there shall be no reward to the evil man. The candle of the wicked shall be put out. The wicked may shine for a moment, but their light won't last. The light without righteousness is just a fading flicker. Verse 21. My son, fear thou the Lord and the king, and meddle not with them that are given to change. Honor authority. Avoid those who are unstable and rebellious. Don't walk with the wavering, you'll lose your footing. Verse 22. For their calamity shall rise suddenly, and who knoweth the ruin of them both? Those who rebel will fall, often without warning. Stay rooted in truth. Pride crashes fast. Stay low and stay lifted. Verse 23. These things also belong to the wise. It is not good to have respect of persons in judgment. Wisdom is just. It doesn't play favorites. Stand for what's right, no matter who's involved. Justice without favoritism is wisdom in action. Verse 24. He that saith unto the wicked, Thou art righteous, him shall the people curse, nations shall abhor him. If you defend the wicked, you invite judgment. Don't call wrong right. If you celebrate evil, you partner with it. Verse 25. But to them that rebuke him shall be delight, and a good blessing shall come upon them. There is blessing in correction. Boldness to speak truth brings peace and reward. Truth spoken in love unlocks lasting favor. Verse 26. Every man shall kiss his lips that giveth a right answer. People respect those who speak truth with clarity and courage. Honesty is a bridge to respect. Verse 27. Prepare thy work without and make it fit for thyself in the field, and afterwards build thine house. Handle your business before building your house. Structure before comfort. First things first. Foundation before furniture. Verse 28. Be not a witness against thy neighbor without cause, and deceive not with thy lips. False testimony is sin. Keep your lips pure and your words true. Every lie you speak builds a wall between you and Yah. Verse 29. Say not, I will do so to him as he have done to me. I will render to the man according to his work. Revenge is not your assignment. Let Yah deal with injustice. Forgiveness is strength, not weakness. Verse 30. I went by the field of the slothful, and by the vineyard of the man void of understanding. The lazy leave their field unattended. Their life falls apart from neglect. Neglect today guarantees regret tomorrow. Verse 31. And lo, it was all grown over with thorns, and nettles had covered the face thereof, and the stone wall thereof was broken down. Without discipline, chaos takes over. What's not maintained will break down. The fruit of laziness is overgrowth and ruin. Verse 32. Then I saw and considered it well. I looked upon it and received instruction. Pay attention to the patterns around you. Wisdom is everywhere if you're willing to see. Observation is a classroom of wisdom. Verse 33. Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep. Small habits lead to major decline. Don't play with procrastination. Delay is the twin of decay. Verse 34. So shall thy poverty come as one that traveleth, and thy want as an armed man. Laziness brings poverty subtly and forcefully. Stay ready, stay moving. If you sleep on your assignment, lack will awaken you. That completes Proverbs chapter 24, a chapter full of construction blueprints for your life. Build with wisdom, judge with fairness, speak with truth, and work with diligence. Yahuwah is calling a generation of wise builders, bold speakers, and disciplined warriors to rise up in these last days. Get ready for Proverbs chapter 25, where wisdom gets even more direct and personal, bringing truth that sharpens leaders and humbles the proud. Shalom, family. In chapter 24, we learned how to build strong, fight smart, and work with purpose. We were challenged to lead with wisdom, resist laziness, and speak the truth boldly. Now, in Proverbs 25, we step into a deeper level of wisdom. Wisdom for leaders, kings, and those called to represent righteousness in high places. If you're building something with eternal purpose, this chapter is for you. Let's go verse by verse and pull out the gold. Verse 1. These are also Proverbs of Solomon, which the men of Hezekiah, king of Judah, copied out. This chapter is a divine preservation of ancient truth, wisdom passed down and written for our generation. Wisdom never expires, it multiplies across generations. Verse 2. It is the glory of God to conceal a thing, but the honor of kings is to search out a matter. Yah hides truth, so the hungry will search it out. This is a call to dig deeper. Revelation belongs to the relentless. Verse 3. The heaven for height, and the earth for depth, and the heart of kings is unsearchable. A true leader's heart is deep and secure. Be rooted in wisdom, not emotion. Shallow hearts make shaky leaders. Verse 4. Take away the dross from the silver, and there shall come forth a vessel for the finer. Refinement brings value. Let Yah purify you. He's shaping a vessel of honor. Greatness comes from the fire of refinement. Verse 5. Take away the wicked from before the king, and his throne shall be established in righteousness. Leadership is destroyed by corruption. Cut off compromise, and your influence will grow. Surrounding yourself with righteousness secures your position. Verse 6. Put not forth thyself in the presence of the king, and stand not in the place of great men. Don't chase titles, chase character. Humility opens doors. Promotion comes to the patient, not the prideful. Verse 7. For better it is that it be said unto thee, Come up hither, than that thou shouldest be put lower in the presence of the prince. Let honor come to you. Don't force your way to the front. If you climb without character, you'll fall without mercy. Verse 8. Go not forth hastily to strive, lest thou know not what to do in the end thereof. Don't rush into arguments. Wisdom waits, watches, and responds with clarity. Impulse creates enemies. Wisdom creates peace. Verse 9. Debate thy cause with thy neighbor himself, and discover not a secret to another. Handle disputes privately. Don't be a gossiper. Be a peacemaker. Protect people, even when you disagree with them. Verse 10. Lest he that heareth it put thee to shame, and thine infamy turn not away. Loose lips bring lasting shame. Silence is strength in heated moments. Your reputation rides on your restraint. Verse 11. A word fitly spoken is like apples of gold in pictures of silver. The right word at the right time is priceless. Speak life with precision. Timing turns truth into treasure. Verse 12. As an earring of gold and an ornament of fine gold, so is a wise reprover upon an obedient ear. Correction is beautiful if your heart is willing to receive it. Rebuke is a gift if your ears are wise. Verse 13. As the cold of snow in the time of harvest, so is a faithful messenger to them that send him. Be reliable. Refresh others with your consistency and truth. Faithfulness is the most refreshing gift you can give. Verse 14. Whoso boasteth himself of a false gift is like clouds and wind without rain. Don't talk big if you can't deliver. Be substance over hype. Empty promises build empty reputations. Verse 15. By long forbearing is a prince persuaded, and a soft tongue breaketh the bone. Patience and gentle speech can do what force never will. Soft strength breaks hard walls. Verse 16. Hast thou found honey? Eat so much as is sufficient for thee. Even good things can become toxic in excess. Know your limits. Wisdom is knowing when to stop. Verse 17. Withdraw thy foot from thy neighbor's house, lest he be weary of thee, and so hate thee. Respect space and boundaries. Don't wear out your welcome. Honor makes space holy. Verse 18. A man that beareth false witness against his neighbor is a maul and a sword and a sharp arrow. Lies are weapons. Don't use your words to wound. Truth heals. Lies kill. Verse 19. Confidence in an unfaithful man in time of trouble is like a broken tooth. Don't depend on the unreliable. Test loyalty before crisis. Loyalty is proven under pressure. Verse 20. As he that taketh away a garment in cold weather, so is he that singeth songs to an heavy heart. Be sensitive to pain. Don't offer fake joy in serious moments. Real comfort starts with compassion. Verse 21. If thine enemy be hungry, give him bread to eat. Overcome evil with good. Let your actions reflect Yah, not your enemies. Mercy turns enemies into mirrors of grace. Verse 22. For thou shalt heap coals of fire upon his head, and the Lord shall reward thee. Let kindness be your revenge. Yah will handle the rest. Kindness is spiritual warfare. Verse 23. The north wind drive away rain, so doth an angry countenance a backbiting tongue. Confront gossip with seriousness. Don't entertain it. Silence is agreement. Righteousness confronts. Verse 24. It is better to dwell in the corner of the housetop than with a brawling woman. Peace is priceless. Don't trade it for toxic relationships. Where there is no peace, there is no progress. Verse 25. As cold waters to a thirsty soul, so is good news from a far country. Be someone who refreshes others with truth and hope. Be the good news in someone's drought. Verse 26. A righteous man falling down before the wicked is as a troubled fountain. Don't compromise under pressure. Stand tall even when it's hard. Your integrity is worth more than temporary relief. Verse 27. It is not good to eat much honey, so for men to search their own glory is not glory. Self-promotion ruins purity. Let others lift your name, not your ego. Let Yah elevate you, his promotion never fades. Verse 28. He that hath no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down. Self-control is protection. Without it, your life is wide open to attack. Discipline is your spiritual defense system. That was Proverbs chapter 25. Wisdom for kings, warriors, and spiritual leaders. It teaches us how to lead, speak, control ourselves, and carry influence with humility. This is the generation Yahuwah is raising. Not just loud voices, but wise ones. Not just gifted people, but disciplined ones. Stay tuned for Proverbs chapter 26, where we expose the foolish, the lazy, and the dangerous. It's time to level up in discernment. Shalom, family.